We are at another harvest and we're in Lincoln, Nebraska. We just left Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we're heading over towards Denver. And now I'm waiting for Mark to show. So you can see we've got plenty of room here. This is the back area they want us to park as a harvest host. And we're in the back of the museum. We actually came in on that entrance right there. And Mark ended up swinging around. And there was plenty of room. Swinging around, and then we came and decided this is a good spot.
Okay, so actually we missed what I wanted to capture on film.
You're eating a melted protein.
Well, and you had chocolate all over your face.
I did?
You looked like you were 12 years old, honey.
Something like that.
You know, with the pigtails, it was perfect. It's going to be a good test to see if when we come back, the generator's still on after 2 hours of running. I got 2 air conditioners going, and it's about 88 or something right now, or something like that.
No, it's 94.
Wow.
Officially 94.
94.
Here.
And what city are we in?
We're in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
As I mentioned.
And tomorrow it's going to be over 100. So
right here. We're heading out in the morning.
We're heading out to another harvest host in the morning. So we're in water preserving mode. We're not real good at boondocking, so
it's just a couple nights.
Yeah, it's just a couple nights we can do that. But even at that, we've been pretty careful so far. If you're a harvest host member, this is the cost of admission for you to have a free spot with no hookups. We're seniors, so it's going to cost us $20.
It's a cheap stay.
Stay overnight and have something awesome.
I know, have an experience. I love it.
I want to officially say that I'm married to the most wonderful woman in the world that continually will come to Hot Rod and Engine and Dragster and Museum of Speeds with me, and not only not complain, but embrace it and learn about it and love it. And we'll be talking about it in the rig tonight while we're cooking up the souffle or whatever we're going to have.
So there's 3 floors here. We were told that a lot of people start at the 3rd floor and make their way down. 1st floor is the biggest floor. And she said a lot of people kind of get stuck here and never make it to the 2nd and 3rd. We can't even get past the doorway. This is like the first, 50 feet, and here we are.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at this thing. Anybody that's seen a 6-cylinder engine, none of them ever looked like this. This is a Volker, production date, 1920s and 1930. Volker.
Anybody else impressed out there?
So this is what it's like to be the Chan man. I look at this thing, and the first thing I notice is that there's a side on the race car here, and there isn't on that side. Obviously, so the person can get in there. But I'm thinking, what if the person likes to get in the other side? Well, that's just too bad, because this side they need so they can lean against it. Because this must be going a car that always goes around like that, because look at the tires, they're all wore out on this side. You know? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm sticking with it. That's the way. So that's the old gym engineering section right there. You look at a car like this, and you go, "Oh, that's so nice and sleek, and modern and simple." And they're using it for racing up Pikes Peak. And then you come over to here, and you see what it looks like without the top on it. And here's the frickin' engine just stuffed in here. And if you know anything about engineering, typically when you start doing something that's unsymmetrical, the drawings and everything about it, including the way it will operate and perform, starts to get a little bit unpredictable. And you can see that this engine is offset to that direction ever so slightly. And I guess it's so that they can stuff everything in there, including the driver who's off on this side. But then you look back here, there's the fuel compartment, a fire suppression system, the radiator way back here, I'm sure to protect it from debris during the climb in Pikes Peak. Look at the tires, how specially designed they are, not only in terms of size, but the tread.
So it's amazing to think that a couple put this all together, just their passion, their desire. They went out and they found this. I mean, we're still on the first floor, but it's not just engines, just the memorabilia. And it really is so nicely displayed, too.
Sue, let's first get straight that all of the stuff that you know, I don't know, okay? But I'm asking you a question. Do you know why these pipes look all bent weird like that? Or like those look all weird like that?
Oh, yeah, look at that, yes.
You know? Or like even these here.
They have to be certain lengths for volume of something. Really?
If she's so smart, why did she marry me? That's what I want to know. When I started driving, when I was 16, so it would have been 1968, I inherited from my dad for free a 1962 Bel Air 4-door. And I proceeded to dump about $3,500 in 1962 and $3 and $4, so you can see that I put a lot of money in it. But I loved my Chevy Bel Air, but I've always had a warm spot in my heart for these. And this is a 1956 Chevy Bel Air Nomad. Now, it is basically a cool station wagon, and to this day, if you would to flop that down and you flop the middle seats down, I mean, you would think that they could probably still sell these things because it's so cool. We're a little bit under the gun here because we only got 2.5 hours to see the museum, but I quickly built a car out of Legos with the 10 minutes or so that I had. And
here's Sue's.
Sue built an unbelievably odd one.
Oh, jeez. All right, I guess I'm not racing. Oh. All right. Remake. I'm ready for the race. Let's go. The winner here.
We only had about 10 minutes to make these cars because we have to get going. Over there is a big table of Legos, so we quickly but efficiently assembled them. I just want Sue to realize that she doesn't stand a chance. This is Sue's, that's got a woman in it. This has got a man in it, so that's how you can tell which one's which. But you will notice that I have a turbocharger, supercharger in the front.
Mine is aerodynamic, though.
Yes. Okay, can you hold the camera a minute and just show here? I have one modification to mine. I had the supercharger going the wrong way.
Oh, Mark.
This could make all the difference in the world.
Put your money down right now. Who's
Okay.
going to win? Come on, you know who's
Right.
going to win.
All right.
Ready?
Set.
No, I've got the lever. Here we go. What? Turbo did it.
We're going to go to the second floor now, and I think Sue said that it's the research and development area, correct, honey?
Yeah, future development.
Future development. But The reason I'm swiveling around here is I want you to see all the different equipment and the dragsters and the engines and everything. And that was the cool thing about when we went to the Harvest Host, that I was actually able to put on the map in Florida and have it available to everyone, is that museum was pretty much a tribute to just Don Garlits and all of the friends and competitors during that time period. So if dragsters like this are your thing, that whole place is just nothing but stuff like that. This one's got a lot more variety, but that one has got an infinitely more deep dive into Don's career. Check out that episode that we did when we went to that Harvest Host. I'll put it up in the corner. Wow. Another floor of amazing stuff to see. Now we're getting into some dragsters and rockets and you name it. This is a display of many of the cars that are record setters from back in the day on the salt flats. And this particular one I'm looking at here ultimately topped out at 346 miles an hour, which is unbelievably insane. But Sue pointed out here something interesting. You can see that these front wheels here, they're actually metal and they're very heavy. So that must have something to do with the stability of keeping something this long going in the right direction. They got these giant, super close together metal wheels. But then this person that's in here is laying down. You do have a toe shifter and a gas pedal and a brake. There's a little computer on the wall there in the back. And as we walk down, you see the engine is just stuffed in here, something fierce. And I noticed that the exhaust eventually bends around here and goes through the center of the vehicle. It's right there. It's still in the center right here. It's the silver part. But then it eventually ducks down. It's kind of hard to see, but it ducks down to the bottom and eventually comes out the bottom, the very bottom, down here. At first I thought this was the exhaust, and I thought how stupid that is to carry that exhaust all the way back there. And then why would there be two of them? Well, lo and behold, that is where the parachutes are that blow out to slow this thing down, because you can see how they're actually anchored here right to the frame. To this day, the Tucker automobile still looks cool. You look at the front end with the front center light that swivels and aims in the direction you're traveling. You look at the louvers in front of the rear fender here. Look at the way the radio wraps around the side and completely eliminates all of the monkey business in the dashboard there. You've just got leg room up the wazoo. 6-cylinder opposed engine that was going to be used in it, but they decided against that Tucker designed engine and went with actually a helicopter engine that the engineering people retrofitted to be water cooled rather than air cooled. And here's the engine that's in it, and you can see what a low profile engine it is, and that's why the car could be so sleek. But here's the real corker. 1948. You could have bought this car for $5,000. This place is unbelievably impressive and giant. So if you're going to do the Harvest Host here, try to get here by noon so you pick up 2 more hours I'm thinking there are going to be people that think I'm trying to be funny here, but I'm not. Look at this Stutz engine here. Is like a work of art. This crinkle finish black, rough, fluted exhaust manifold, the detailing on the covers, the way the piping is. This thing in its day was just a thing of beauty. You come to a museum like this and you have plenty of opportunity to see inside equipment like this, to get an appreciation for how things work and probably why you should take care of your car and your engine. When you look at the complexity that's inside of it, all of the pistons and shafts, and that's why you change oil all the time. I mean, look at this valve train that's exposed here, and the timing chain on the front here. All of that stuff, if it's in clean oil, has a nice life. If it's in dirty oil, it's a death sentence for the engine. Here's an interesting engine. It's two Chevy small block engines configured as one 16-cylinder gasoline engine. God only knows how good that would be in an RV. I don't think you'd get good mileage. Check the distributor out. Wow. One of the things that really sets this museum apart from many, many others that Sue and I have been to is they have lots and lots of cutaways of what the inside of this equipment looks like. I mean, here's a good example here. This one's a little extreme, where it dives right into the engine itself and shows you how the pistons and cylinders and the fuel delivery system works. You can just imagine the effort that went into making this, and yet if you're a young lad and you're first learning about how this stuff works and you want to be fascinated, this is the place to be. Another great example of a cutaway, starting all the way with the transmission and what the clutch looks like, and can kind of peek in here with the valves and the pistons and the crankshaft. This is eye candy for a mechanical engineer. It's better than a Playboy. Did you hear that, honey?
I heard that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Here is where we're parked, and as we speak, theoretically our generator's on, theoretically our air conditioner is on, and one good thing is nothing started on fire yet, so that's good. We're on the third floor here, and this is like the taxi cab and pedal car side, and there's a whole other side. We don't know what the heck that is, but thought I'd capture where our harvest host stay is. So
you get a good idea of how the parking is.
That's true. You have tons of room here, and we don't find locations like this noisy for us. So, and we expect to get excellent cell signal because of that tower next to us.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that kind of wraps it up. We've got 10 minutes to find our way out of here. And all I can say is, wow. If you're in the area, check out this harvest host. The variety of displays is amazing, and also the collection. Like I said, they've got a lot more than just cars in here. It's fascinating. We should have came earlier. What took us so long? Oh wait, we just drove here today.
Yeah.
We didn't get up early enough.
Thumbnail time, honey.
All right, let's do it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next week, maybe at another Harvest Host. If you're not a Harvest Host member already, you can save 15% with our referral link. Just go to our YouTube channel and then click on any video and scroll down. You're going to see the description and you want to click on the Show More tab and then scroll down some more. There you're going to find the Harvest Host link. So simply click on that link and that's going to take you to their page that says your friend gave you 15% off. Use code HHFriends15 at checkout. You also want to look up here and make sure it does say Our Journey and Myles, that we get the credit. And we appreciate your support. Another way you can get to the Harvest Host is through our website. Just go to ourjourneyandmiles.com and then under the blog tab, you're going to see one of the categories is Harvest Hosts. Once you get to that page, you can read all about it and our experiences with that. And keep scrolling down. You're going to find our link that will actually take you to the site where you can sign up as a Harvest Host member. So once you get to that page, just scroll on down and you're going to find Join Harvest Host today.
Well, this is the icing on the cake. We're walking up to Myles and the generator's still running. So it didn't air out by being too hot. So let's see what the temperature is on the inside on Mark and Sue's big adventure in boondocking. So
exactly.
Sue, what kind of a gourmet meal have you made us on our boondocking adventure here?
Grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, hey.
And even though it's like 90 something outside, we're having soup. It's makeshift soup left over.
Hey, do you think we could post the recipe like
for this?
Trish and Mark from KYD and then have a cookbook with the salt that you used?
We're retired.
What about the Velviva?
We're retired. No, we're retired. The recipe for the soup is get it from Cindy.
Right. So
making the best of hers.
I gotta tell you, I'm really looking forward to catching up on my emails a little bit and then cozying up with my wife with these recliners. What the heck are you doing now, honey?
Oh, it's TV time.
Oh yeah?
TV time, our nightly Netflix binge. Stranger Things, awesome.
I will have my pajamas on just like Sue.
That's right.
But because of the fine YouTube standards that the OGM channel maintains, you're not going to see me in pajamas, at least not on purpose.
Living on love.